Good morning, students. As we are going with the accountancy subject, this errors part, the classification of errors, we are moving with this concept. So here, till now we have discussed about the error of commission and omission. Just I wanted to highlight few of the examples on the concepts of commission. Then we will move with the further two more points which has to be discussed in today's session. See, most probably the first part, the commission, few of the examples, that is what I wanted to highlight for you. Some of the entries are there which will be having two or more subsidiary entries, the posting of two or more subsidiary entries we are going to make. That times few of the entries, just like the errors may occur, just like if any of the goods are being sold for the discount, that time if you are not posting that discount amount to the ledger account separately, that is what the two or more subsidiary accounts, recording the transaction for two or more subsidiary account means what it means. Here you are not going to have only one ledger account but two or more ledger accounts. That time some of the time you may go for a wrong postings or else you may miss the entries, so that time the errors may occur for the error of commission. Then wrong posting of a ledger is there, totaling of the subsidiary book is there, then transaction in the subsidiary books book more than once means what happens, once you will be made entry but you think that I have not made any of the entry, double entry means two time entry you will be making. So one and more entry will be the same. So some of the that time that errors may occur. Then few of the things just like balancing of the ledgers, then totaling of the ledgers. These are the things. Some of the time you will be making twice entries. So these are the errors which may come in between with the error of commission. Then coming to the omission part. So the omission part is what? There we are having two or more, means 2 points we are having, that is error of complete omission and partly one. So what happens here? Error of complete omission means what? In that example, we can take one of the transaction which has been taken place. So few of the people, few of the businesses, what they do when they receive the cash, that time they will be recording. And some of the time, if they miss it totally, just like the example of sale of the goods to Mr. Mohan, if this thing the transaction is there, sale of the goods to Mr. Mohan 50,000 rupees, that if they are missing it, just like when we will receive the cash, that time we will make the entry. So that time they, if they miss it, we call it as a complete omission, error of complete omission. If they are coming to the next point, partly omission means if they are recording it but the journal entry has been made but posting is not made in the ledger account, it means what? Partly means one part is missing, just like the posting of that is missing to the ledger account. See, when we are making the trial balance, we will be taking out all the accounts of the ledgers only. It may be the total method or a balancing method or total come balance method. See, some of each and every transaction which are been made over there, transactions which are recorded over there, will be posting to the ledger account. So how the things will make over or else how the errors will come in between, that we are going to see here. So this part ended in the last session, then we will move for the next part. See, this is what the error of principle. Now what this error of principle means, just like you can go through this slide and you can understand it. See, accounting entries are recorded as per the generally accepted accounting principle. Obviously, see, whatever the transactions take place and whatever the entries are taking, all the things will be recorded as per the gap only, the generally accepted accounting principles. If any of the principles are violated or ignored, see, if it is violated or ignored, some of the time we purposefully, if we are making the mistakes, or else some of the time if you are ignoring, what will happen? That kind of things if you are doing it, there we will be having the errors. Whatever the principles are been set by generally accepted accounting principles are set, that things only has to be followed. If you are going with wrong entries, or if you are not recording it, it will create a error over there. Then errors resulting from such violation are known as errors of principle. See, due to the ignorance or violate, that is what principles are violated, that time the errors which occurs are we are going to call it as a error of principles. Then an error of principle may be overdue in to incorrect classification of expenditure or receipt between the capital and revenue. See what happens here, some of the time what we do, purposefully put some extra expenses, just like expenses has to be happened for 500, but you are putting 800 or 1000 rupees. What it means, purposefully you are changing the, making increase in the incorrect, means recording incorrect transactions over here. This is what most probably we call here as a violated or ignored one. Violated means making purposefully the mistakes. Then this is very important because it will have an impact on financial statements. See, obviously, whatever you make a small mistakes, it will be affected to the financial statements. Which are these financial statements? These are none other than the profit and loss account and one the balance sheet. Then it may be lead to under or overstating of income or assets or the liabilities. See what happens if you are making certain changes, or if you are purposefully making some errors, here the answer will not get tally. Just like the trading profit and loss account, the figures, what exactly it should be there, it will be more or less. And even it comes to the liability and the asset side, some of the time you may go with your idea, just like to earn something, you will be making the transactions increasing or reducing it. That time what happens, if you are trying to ignore one of the part to for your benefit, it will not work out. See what happens, most probably if it will be affecting to the financial statements, and there will be a change in the trading profit and loss account, or most probably it comes to the assets, liabilities, or any of the income part. Okay, that's what the things you need to know. So here one of the example also has been taken over here. Let's see what it means. An example, for example, amount spent on additions of to the building should be treated as capital expenditure. See, whatever the for building purpose, if you are making modification or any of the changes in this your building, what exactly you need to do is you are going to make it in the capital expenditure and must be debited to the assets account. So it will be debited to the asset account. Instead of it, this amount is debited to maintenance and repair account. See, obviously, maintenance and repair account, you will be maintaining or keeping the expenditure which you have made almost the same. See, whenever you are making the maintenance, you are looking towards your building, means always the it will be the maintenance cost only. So this is a error of principle. See it where we are here. Instead of this amount is debited to maintenance and repair account, it has been treated as a revenue expenses. See, some of the things are there. If you are going through the building part, if you are going through the building part, that time what happens, most probably, it should be treated as capital expenditure. If you are maintaining the building, that time you have to go for the capital expenditure. If you are showing maintenance repair account, actually the maintenance and repair account should be shown only for the vehicles or machineries. But if you are showing for the buildings, means it will be a wrong one, there will be a error. One thing has to be known by you is the maintenance or any of the expenditure if you are making for the building, it will be the asset side. So you has to take it as a capital expenditure. You should not take it as a repair and maintenance account. Why? Because one thing has to be kept in mind, that repair and maintenance should be for vehicles or machinery only. It should not be for other things. Then similarly, if it is credit purchased of machinery is recorded in the purchase book instead of journal proper, or rent paid to landlord is recorded into cash book as payment to landlord. This error of principal, these errors do not affect the trial balance. These errors will do not affect the trial balance. See, what happens over here is, some of the time we purposefully we are making the errors. That purposefully errors we call here as a error of principles. See, most probably you can understand that. If you are making, I will repeat one more time the concept. If you are making the expenditure on building, it is asset. You have to take in the capital expenditure. But if you are maintaining that account in the repair maintenance and repair account, means it is totally wrong one. Why? Because as I told you, repair and maintenance for machinery and vehicles only it is good enough. For building it won't be. It is will be the capital expenditure only. It is a fixed assets over here. Then further, even many of the examples are there. If credit purchase of machinery is recorded in the purchase book instead of journal proper, that is what the thing it doesn't affect. Means whatever the you have purchased the machinery or any of the equipments, you have to put it in the purchase only. You can't take it for the journal proper, what we have actually discussed. जर्नल प्रॉपर में आप एंट्री नहीं ले सकते. अगर कोई असेट आप परचेस कर रहे हो, गुड्स, even that is asset, if you are purchasing it, you should add it in the purchase book only. You can't take directly to the journal proper. If it you are going to take, means there is a error. So if you are taking exactly in the purchase book only, means there is no error. That is what their error do not affect the trial balance. That is what these errors do not affect it. So this is what the part you need to know. Then further, compensating errors. See, after this point, this is the new point, the error. After this 3 points, the last point what we are going to see is compensating errors. See, when two or more errors are committed in such a way that the net effect of these errors on the debit and the credits of the account is nil, such error is called compensating errors. See, most probably you are going to understand this by example very easily. See what happens over here. See, when two or more errors are committed, मतलब एक से दो से ज्यादा errors आप कर रहे हो, commit कर रहे हो, तो क्या होगा? In such a way that the net effect of these errors on debits and credits of the account is nil. मतलब ये errors तोरे nil हो जाएंगे. Such errors are called compensating errors. Such errors do not affect the tallying the trial balance. See, debit side and credit side, if it is two or more, means whatever the both side, if the errors are coming, that will not affect trial balance. Means just like the one of the example you will take, you will understand it very easily. See, if purchases book has been overcast by 10,000, resulting in excess debit of 10,000 in purchase account, and sales book is undercast by 10,000, resulting in the short debit of sales return account. In this case, two errors compensating each other effect. मतलब यहाँ पर कैसे both side amount same है, means what it means I will tell you. See, for purchase book 10,000 and sales book 10,000. When you are purchasing the things, you are going to debit it. When you are getting the sales amount, you are going to credit it. Means both the side will get tallied only. Here it will be debit side column, this will be credit side column. Yes or no? So both the sides are not affected. Amount is the same. So what happens over here is, this is what compensating error. Two or more errors if they are occurring. So this error occurs when it occurs when there is a purchase of same amount and sales of different amount. That time it will affect. Thus, if there is the same amount, it will not affect. So these are the things which will not affect the trial balance. Why? Because the amount for both the transaction is the same. So here it has been told 1 plus is set of the other minutes means the net effect of these two errors is nil. So here we are not going to have any of the error for this. So this error will not be there. So it will be nil one. Nil means none. Then, and so they do not affect the agreement of the trial balance. So these things overall, whatever is there, it will not affect trial balance. यहाँ पर कुछ भी अगर ऐसे सेम अमाउंट पे कुछ गलतियां होती है तो ये गलतियां हम लोगों को ट्रायल बैलेंस में इफेक्ट नहीं होती. We are not going to get affected to the trial balance. Why? Because the amount is the same. Two errors you are doing, but the amount, due to the amount is same, you can't get any of the problem over here in the trial balance. That is one of the things. So even many of the examples are there. We can take here, and just like two or more errors. I will give you all one more example. Just check it out. If purchase book is undercast with 2000 and sales book is undercast with 2000, similarly a rent account is overcost with 500 and wages is undercast with, one more is there. This is what one got completed, means purchase book and sales book. It is undercast and this is overcast and this is undercast. यहाँ पर ज्यादा किया है, यहाँ पर कम किया है, वो आंसर टैली होता है. Then one more is there, rent 500 and wages 500. ऐसे कॉस्ट सिमिलर एक ही में आते हैं ना, एक्सपेंसिस ही है, दोनों भी एक्सपेंसिस है. अगर ये ऊपर नीचे कर रहे हो, ज्यादा कर रहे हो और एक का कम कर रहे हो तो वो आंसर टैली ही होगा. वन इज इंक्रीजिंग and one is decreasing. If you have reduced this, the answer will get tally only. Here the trial balance will not get affected. आंसर नहीं होता. ऐसे एरर्स को क्या बोलेंगे हम लोग? Compensating errors. We call these errors as a compensating errors. Okay. Then next, searching of the error. See, one thing is most important to know here. Now, when you are making certain errors, how you are going to find it? कैसे ढूंढोगे आप? That is one of the important part. When you make the errors, when the accounts are maintained, if any of the errors have occurred, just like the 4 points what we had discussed, error of commission, omission, then the compensating error and error of principal, 4 points what we have discussed. If any of the points are there, then what, how you are going to find it? This is what searching the errors. When you search the errors, how you are going to rectify, means solve out the things, the rectification of errors. We have the next concept. So first you are going to search the errors. How you can search the errors? We can see here. See, almost the points are being given, and here you will understand how we can search the errors. Here we are going to search errors and then find out the solutions for them. That solution will be none other than the rectification of error. So let's see one by one. We'll discuss one by one the points over here. Okay. So let's discuss the theoretical part. See, if the trial balance does not tally, see the concept as you can see over here in the slide. If the trial balance does not tally, it is clear indication that at least one error has occurred. See, whenever we will be making the trial balance, when we look for that, when the answers, both the answers are not getting tallied, okay, the totaling is wrong, that time means what? One error is there. That you have to understand. The next, the error or the errors need to be located and corrected before preparing the finance statement. See, when you are making any of the errors, that time what need to do is you have to locate it where you have made the mistakes. Just like the example, if you have made the journal entry, okay, you have made the journal entry, but you have not posted in the ledger. How you are going to know? That is what first you have to locate it where you have made the mistake. Just like you have made the mistake in a ledger account, so you are going to correct it. Then it should be corrected before the financial statements are prepared. Okay. Then, if the trial balance does not tally, the accountant should take the following steps to detect and locate the errors. Now, if the balance is not getting tally, means what has to be done? How the errors has to be find out? The following steps are being given for us to find out the errors. See, one by one we are going to discuss the points now here. So, the first point says that recast the total of the debit and credit column the trial balance. You have to recheck it all the debit column and the credit column where you have made the mistake, which side is greater and which side is lesser. Then when you find it out, you can go for further searching. See, then next one is compare account head or title and amount appearing in the trial balance with that of the ledger to detect any difference in the amount of omission of an account. See, maximally till now what we have discussed, error of omission, the two things are there. Error of omission is complete omission and one more partially omission. Now here you are going to focus first. Why? Because if you have made the journal entry and if you are not made the posting, that will be the partial one error that you have to focus, and you have to detect the error of omission over here. Okay, it may be complete or partially. Now if you have made the complete, means there will be a change in the credit column. If you have made error completely on the purchase, means it will be the debit column. So that has to be find it out first one. Then compare the trial balance in the current year with the previous year to check additional and deletions of any account, and also verify whether there is a large difference in the amount which is neither expected nor explained. See what happens if you are making any of the trial balances, you have to compare the previous year's trial balance and this year trial balance. If any of the additions or deletions are made, means if you have made any addition of the accounts or any of the amounts, that you have to check it out there, or else if you have reduced or deleted any of the accounts, that you have to check. Then the different amount you have to find it out. First you are going to see the errors of omission, then you are going to check the comparison of the trial balances, then redo and check correctness of the balances of the individual accounts of the ledger. Now most probably when it comes to the error of omission, you are going to go for the ledger accounts first. Why? Because ledger accounts total method we are going to calculate, or balance method we are going to calculate the trial balance. Okay, so the first thing has to be known is you can get the errors from the ledger account only. So first you are going to see the individual accounts of the ledger in the ledgers, then recheck the correctness in the posting of the accounts from the books of original entry. Now when you are not getting any of the errors from the ledger accounts, then you are going to see the journal entries which are being posted to the ledger accounts. That things has to be known first. See, when you can't get or can't find the error in the ledger accounts, then the posting which you have made of the journal entries to the ledger, that you have to check it out. Okay, then further, in the difference between the debit and credit column is divisible by 2. See, there is a possibility that an amount equal to one half, okay, that an amount different to one half of the difference may be posted to the wrong side and the another ledger account. See what happens over here, some of the time the debit and the credit column will be divisible. Some of the time here half amount and there half amount will be kept. That time there the error may occur. So even we are having the example, let's see this example. See, for example, if the total of the debit column of the trial balance is 1000, balance exceeds 1500, it is quite possible that the credit item of rupees 750 have been wrongly posted in the ledger as a debit item. Means what happens over here, if we are having the trial balance 1500 more than the credit column, what we need to know is 750 is wrongly posted in the